Once there was a man who was crazy, who was very crazy about not having a baby. When his wife's birth control had failed, he's like, "Argh!" When his girlfriend's birth control failed, he's like, lady! Okay, fine, I'll develop something. So he went on to develop the IFUD. IFUD. Nah, it almost says. It's an acronym that stands for Interfallopian and Uterine Device. It was 2 types of birth control put into one form of birth control. How it was inserted was the interfallopian, the interuterine device was the interfallopian device. It was attached through some sort of mechanism. It was attached to a copper. It also had copper and something to kill the egg cells. A straw. How it worked was there would be a straw with something to kill the egg cells. There was an eggicide, some sort of eggicide something to kill the egg cells, and something to kill the sperm cells. And he thought, there is no way this will fail! There is no way it can fail! No way! He thought, it'll never fail, lady! I'll make you something that don't fail. What if it fails? That one failed. Well, none of my budget won't fail. Now, lady, let's get cuddles. Let's get copulating, girl. Yeah, let's try and copulate and try and make a baby. See if it works. Okay. So they copulated and copulated and copulated for years and months. And it seemed to be working. Wow. Every day she got her period. Or every so often she would get her period. It seems to be working. Well, we've hit the 5-year no pregnancy mark. Girl, we've hit 5 years. You're still not pregnant. I guess it works. Wow. This is way more effective than I thought it would be. Oh, we hit the 6-year mark, baby! Baby, we've hit that 6-year mark. Don't worry. I've developed something new and improved. It was fresh out of his imagination. It was fresh from his imagination. His vivid imagination with. He had a mind of an engineer. He engineered something to be effective. He had engineered an effective birth control that had 2 forms of birth control. It's 2 forms of birth control. The interfallopian device and the intrauterine device. And he combined the 2 to go on to make the most effective birth control the world had ever known. He was known as the best. He was known as the best inventor in the history of his time. And at his time, it was the best birth control women had ever heard of. Women had never even heard of this new device. It's an acronym. We always explain. It's an acronym. Interfallopian and uterine device. It's an interfallopian and uterine device. Wow. And it didn't. And it didn't. Ought have a. And it was easy to remove. And it was easy to remove. You could remove it. And it was super easy to remove. And And a doctor could remove it somehow. We don't know how it got removed, but it could be removed, inserted, removed. It would stay in the uterus. It was as good as Paragard. It was great like Paragard, like many great birth control. It had its failures, but it worked for his girl. So we thought, it's gonna work for everyone! It's gonna work for everybody! It was all about that new device. It's like, it's a new device. Girl, I got a new device! It's not even out yet. We're testing it! I'm testing! I'm testing! Me and my boyfriend are testing out this device. We're just testing. We're testing. It didn't cause spontaneous abortion. No birth defects. But it had spermicide and egocide. It had everything in one place. It had copper. It had everything. It had everything in one place. It was just everything in one place. It had everything in one place. It had everything in one place. It could cause miscarriages, but they thought, well, it won't fail. And that's the story of the man who developed the greatest thing in the history of the universe.